Hi, my name's Lee Falks. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, originally from New Jersey. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University. I've taught history and government for the past 16 years. We're now only 10 days before the November 3rd election, and the purpose of this video is to draw attention to the 11 swing states which will determine the outcome of the election. I watched Greg Palast's video from a few years ago, The Best Democracy That Money Can Buy, and he showed how Republican governors from 29 states could suppress the vote by using the CrossCheck system, a simple computer program written by Kris Kobach of Kansas. Yeah, that's right, Kris and Kobach both begin with a K, as does Kansas, which illegally struck millions of votes from these states, helping Donald Trump to win the 2016 election. It's also kind of funny how the Democratic Party didn't seem to put up too much of a fight to contest this gross election fraud back in November of 2016. So here I have a map, and this is just from a week ago, October of 2020. This is a updated map here of the all of the states, and this system here, it's the dark blue, as you see. It says Biden 183 in the dark blue. Those are states like the West Coast states, the northeastern states, Illinois, who are pretty much certain to go for Biden in the election. And then the slightly dark blue, a little bit lighter, are more than likely these will go for Biden, like Colorado, New Mexico. And then the lighter blue, they're more or less swing states, like the Great Lakes states, like Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Four of the major swing states, also New Hampshire. And then the brown are pretty much right in the middle. They could go either way. Iowa, Ohio, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. And now, of course, the dark red, those are states that Trump will pretty much certainly win, like the southern states, Alabama, Mississippi, and these states up here, the north central region. And then, of course, you see the lighter red, and then the pink. The lighter they are, the more likely, the more in doubt they are. For example, Texas is a major one that's in doubt, and 38. And by the way, there's only two states in the country which do not really go by the electoral vote system. For example, if Biden wins, or let's say Biden wins Texas by one vote, then he gets all 38 electoral votes of Texas. Big prize. And then if Trump wins Texas by one vote, he gets all 38. Well, of course, that electoral system, a lot of people think is kind of wacky. We should get rid of it. But there's two states that don't even go by it. And these are the two smart states. That's Nebraska and Maine. For example, let's say Trump gets 60% of the vote in Nebraska and Biden gets 40%. Then Trump would get 60% of their electoral votes and Biden would get 40%. It's not winner take all. There's only two states that do not have the winner take all. It's Maine, New Hampshire. The other 48 states are called the dumb states. It's winner take all, which I don't think is a good system, but what do I know? Okay, so now in this table I made up, it's the 11 swing states which could go to either Trump or Biden. And here's a theory that will be proven either true or not true in 10 days. I don't usually like to conjecture or make predictions, but here, this is what this is about. And the theory is the governor of each state can use his or her power to influence the vote total and to help the candidate of their own party to win, either Trump or Biden. Now, you can see of these 11 states, 6 of them I put in red, which are the states which have Republican governors. For example, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Ohio, Texas. That's, as of right now, October 2020, they have Republican governors. And of course they will on election day. Then the other 5 states have Democratic governors: Michigan, Minnesota, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. Now this theory says that each governor, depending on which party they belong to, can influence the election to make sure that either Trump or Biden wins. Okay? So, of these 11 states, how many would this theory prove to be true in? Okay, now, if this theory works, then Trump would win all of these states: Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Ohio, and Texas, because they have Republican governors at the current time. All right, now let's say, no, so if all 11 come out the same as this column here, this is the prediction here. All right, now if all 11 come out the same way, that means this theory would be 100% correct, which would be pretty amazing. Now, let's say only half of them, if only half of them come out the same, well, anybody could guess get 50%. So if 6 states or less end up going according to these predictions, then this theory would prove to be not valid, as it would be roughly 50% or less, which anybody can guess by merely flipping a coin. If the theory proves to be true in 7 states or more, the theory would have some validity to it, possibly a lot, depending on the number between 7 and 11. If all 11 are predicted correctly, the theory would be 100% valid. How many would you predict? Take a guess. I would predict 9 out of 11. All right, so here's a picture of Kris Kobach of Kansas, who was sponsored by Koch Industries as Charles Koch. The oil pipeline billionaires used to be David and Charles both. David died a couple years ago, so now Charles is still controls a large part of the Republican Party and their financing. I think he's got like a net worth like 40 or 50 billion dollars last time I checked. And Kris Kobach, he wrote that CrossCheck computer program, which enabled Trump to win in the last election by having millions of votes stricken from the rolls in 29 states. And of course, that CrossCheck program was used by those states which had Republican governors. And now, from what I hear, in 2020, some of those states have been forced to get rid of that program because it was just illegal and fraudulent, election fraud, basically. And so in 2020, I'm not sure how many will actually use that program on election day. That might still be in doubt right now. And there's one more picture I want to show. That's these are the cross-check states here. In 2016, the 29 states which use cross-check, and I believe Trump won almost all of these states as a result of that cross-check program, which was, if you have any doubt about how valid this program is, just see Greg Palast's video. It was on a DVD. Not sure if it's available for streaming. It probably is somewhere. Go to gregpalast.com, I think, and that'll tell you the whole story about how CrossCheck functioned in 2016. Alright, so, and that's it for the video. If you like this video, please click like or even share it if you want. Thank you.